Yeah, hi, Larry from Diaz Sports Drive. How satisfied, I'm sure you're satisfied with your victory, but how satisfied are you as far as being complete with the victory?
I'm happy. I won. You know, that's all. That's all I'm aiming for out there. You know, I want to make it out of there alive. So.
Yeah, because what I meant as far as being complete, as far as anything else that you maybe should have done to make you, I mean, as far as a complete fighter, better fighter, as far as being satisfied with the victory, even more satisfied as a fighter?
I think that I think I put on a decent performance tonight. I think that Cyborg is he's a really worthy opponent. I mean, it's not like this guy's some joke or something. You know, he came down to 170. He's probably the biggest guy I've ever fought at 170 pounds. You know, and he was strong, and he's got, you know, really big legs, big feet, and he kicks really hard, harder than anybody else that I've ever had, you know, sparring, kickboxing with. This guy is real, you know, and I could tell that from watching his fights, not just from, you know, taking leg kicks. I knew that was coming. So it was nothing that I didn't already expect. You know, I expected what I got, and you know, I'm happy with it. You know, I'm happy with surviving that fight.
Can you talk a little bit about potentially facing Paul Daly in the future?
I'm just here to fight. I fight for Showtime, and I have a manager, so you know, it's whatever. I don't know what's going on, but
if that fight was to happen,
they'll have to work that out.
How do you see that fight possibly going if that fight was to take place?
I see me putting punches on him, and you know, maybe him try to take me down too, and kick on and choke, something like that. Or he could run me. He could run from me, and I run him down, and then I run him down, take him down, and beat him on the ground. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I could see that fight going a lot of different ways. You know, it's whatever. I'm not really impressed with Paul Daly, and you know, as a mixed martial artist, he's just got great stand-up. Sure, he has good knockout power. And you know, I wouldn't judge him from the Scott Smith fight. You know, that's a matchup for Scott Smith. He hits a little bit harder, and Scott Smith, you know, I know who Scott Smith is. You got to remember, I live in, you know, like Stockton and Lodi. He lives in Elk Grove, right down the road. This guy has never come down to work out with me in the past. You know, we made our debut in the same day in like a Warriors Challenge. And this guy has never done anything to up his game by like coming to train and learning jiu-jitsu, becoming more technical, having better sparring. I used to work out at Kickboxing Inc. With Eric Regan and Chris Cruz and a bunch of guys out there that, you know, really good pro boxers. And he would come in once in a while and he would work out in the cardio kickboxing class. And I always knew, you know, that's not going to help him, this guy. So he does his Taibo or whatever. You know what I mean? And then Paul Daly knocks him out. And everybody's like, oh, look at Paul Daly. He knocks this guy out quicker than you. And I'm like, well, you know, I went out, I made a show on Scott Smith because I knew that was the guy to do that to. And he was foolish for taking a fight with me in the first place. He was foolish for not coming to train with me for his other fights that he lost too, because I'm right down the road. And you know, he was provided the opportunity more than once. I even ran into him once or twice at Fairtex before we ever fought, and he avoided training. So, you know, I don't have any faith in guys like this that have the opportunity to better themselves and don't do it. And you know, so he loses to Paul Daly, so, you know, whatever. You know.
Hey champ, Crew Dan Plasma, White Crew. I just wanted to ask you, in your last match, it was a lot more technical than tonight when you did really great against a pressure fighter, which you seem to be an expert at. You switched out of southpaw into a conventional stance against KJ Nunes, who's considerably less of a threat than the guy you faced tonight. Tonight, for maybe a split second, you switched into a conventional stance. Are you planning on fighting out of conventional as opposed to southpaw in the future, like you did in your last matchup?
No, it's just depending on certain fighters. You have to fight certain people a certain way. And I didn't feel like taking those leg kicks to the outside of my leg. So I stayed that way, and I felt I had more reach on him, and he didn't have any punches for me, so I was going to be able to land the jab and put more punches on him, standing on the outside like that, and it worked out. So I think that was a better idea. I even switched it up a little bit, and I switched back because it was just the way to fight that guy, I believe.